It is very important to note that our bodies need organic minerals that come from food, fruits, vegetables, meats, and nuts. Through photosynthesis, Mother Nature uses water and the sun to naturally chelate these inorganic minerals into the body of the plant. Then when we consume them, our cells and tissues can accept them. We're going to go ahead and take a look at inorganic minerals in bottled water. We're first going to take a look at our tap water, which is running about 360 parts per million. We're going to go ahead and rinse this off each time. Now these bottled waters come from us from all over the world. People pay top dollar. We're going to go ahead and test this one here, and it's coming in at about 340 parts per million, which is about the same as our local tap water. This next one is coming in at over 430 parts per million. This next one is coming in at about 265 parts per million. You'd have to be naive to drink that one. This next one is a spring water, and it comes in at 160 parts per million. This next one I'm not going to test because it even says it right on the bottle. 1,500 parts per million. And finally, we have the water from the Water and Wellness Center. We're showing 1 part per million. Now that is clean, pure water. The human body is 70% water. Life starts at conception and the evolving fetus is 95% water. When we are born, we are still 90% water. And by the time we reach adulthood, we're still 70% water. And by the time we reach old age and we die, we're 50% water. So the key to longevity is keeping our bodies hydrated. The very thoughts that we have in our head is because of water. Our brains are 80% water. Our heart is 75% water. Our kidneys that filter our blood to the tune of 400 gallons a day of water is 83% water. Water is the key to all bodily functions, including temperature control, circulation, assimilation, digestive, and elimination. We can only go 3 days without water or we will die. A leading doctor in the field of sports nutrition, Dr. Michael Colgan, who authored this book, Optimum Sports Nutrition. Dr. Colgan studied the effects of dehydration on professional athletes, and he found that if the body was just 1% dehydrated, that the athlete would lose as much as 10% of his or her performance. He also found that the ability of the athlete to hydrate itself long term was directly related to the type of water they consumed. The cleaner the water, the quicker and longer hydration could be sustained. Dr. Colgan recommends to anyone wanting to achieve optimal hydration to drink steamed distilled water. He found that many sports drinks that contain sugar and color dyes inhibited the body's ability to quickly rehydrate itself after exercise. Let me introduce you to another book called Your Body's Many Cries for Water, written by Dr. Batmanjani. Dr. Batmanjani worked in a prison in Iran where he had no access to medicine. The only thing he had to offer his patients was water. He documented all the diseases he was able to relieve just by using water. He found simple signals in the body showing up as pain can be alleviated by just consuming more water. Headaches, stomach pain, joint pain, back pain. These pain signals were simply symptoms of chronic dehydration of the body. It is also very important to understand that Dr. Batmanjani found most people become dehydrated and subsequently ill because they substitute other liquids like soda pop, milk, coffee, juices for their hydration. And simply, clean water is what is needed to cleanse and hydrate the body. What Dr. Batmanjani concluded was that many people that are sick may just be thirsty. When it comes to your water, you have to ask yourself the question, what do you want in your water? Nothing, right? So the next question becomes, how do you best clean water? We're going to go ahead and take a look at that right now. We're going to first start with one of the most popular ways there is of cleaning water, and that's activated charcoal or carbon. This is what you'd find on a fridge. This is what you might find on the end of your tap, or this is what they call a pitcher filter. Now this company actually insinuates in their name that this water is pure, and we're going to find out. Now, activated charcoal does absorb chemicals, but it does not effectively remove bacteria or viruses or dissolve solids. What we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and show you the incoming water, which is our tap water, our Salt Lake tap water, and we're showing about a 400 parts per million of dissolved solids, or 400 parts per million of contaminants. We're going to go ahead and pour the water that we've run through there into our glass here. And we're showing about 320 parts per million, which is only a 20% reduction in overall contaminants. That means that you have 80% of what was in the water still there. That is hardly pure water. Next, we're going to move over to another way of cleaning water, and that is called reverse osmosis. Reverse osmosis is another way of saying filters. We have a carbon filter, we have a sediment filter, and we have a membrane. The membrane uses a backwashing system which keeps the membrane clean. The problem is that every gallon that you make, you waste 8 to 10 gallons down the drain trying to keep the membrane clean. Now, if we cut open this filter right here, you'd find slime in there. That means there's bacterium in there growing. Let's go ahead and take a look at it. I'm going to go ahead and rinse this off here. We ran our tap water, which was 400 parts per million, through the machine, and we're coming up now with about 70 parts per million, which is about an 85% reduction of overall contaminants. So you can see that it's hardly pure water. Our final method of cleaning water is the most effective way there is to clean water, and it's the way we clean water here at the Water Wellness Center. That is called steam distillation. Steam distillation duplicates nature's hydrological cycle, heating up the water, turning it into a vapor, freeing itself from all contaminants, leaving the contaminants behind, and recondensing into pure water. Steam distillation effectively removes fluorides, bacteria, viruses, and almost all dissolved solids. Let's go ahead and use our meter here. I'm going to go ahead and rinse that off. We're going to put it into our tester here. I'm showing 1 part per million. That's a 99% reduction of all contaminants. Steam distillation is the most effective way to consistently remove contaminants. Here's a group of leading doctors that have studied water that recommend drinking steam distilled water. Dr. Andrew Weil, spontaneous healing. Dr. James Balk and Phyllis Balk, prescription for nutritional healing. Dr. Ellen Bannock, the choice is clear. Dr. Peter Lodwick, diabetes and distilled water, what is the connection? Dr. Paul Bragg, water, the shocking truth. Dr. Norman Walker, water can undermine your health. Dr. Michael Colgan, optimum sports nutrition. And Dr. Robert Young and Shelley Redford Young, the pH miracle. I hope the light has come on about the water you should be drinking. What do you want in your body? You get to stay in your body as long as you can before you wear it out. If you clean and hydrate your body with the water from the Water Wellness Center, your body will run at an optimal level and last longer. Remember, there is nothing more important to your health than the water you drink. The choice is yours. You can either drink dirty water or water from the Water Wellness Center.